Well, it's about time.
All right, man of the hour.
I got to sit here and listen to all these people call in pretending to be me, and you guys talking about me not being on time, and I'm online all this time trying to get through.
Everybody wants to be you.
Hey, well, I can understand that. There's only one Pope, though, Daddy. Let's get that straight. There's only one black Pope because I'm the first of my kind, okay?
That's a definite. That is a definite. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have on the line with us right now the newest TNA superstar, the man who showed up at Hard Justice, and, you know, probably the best acquisition, I think, in TNA, the Black Pope, D'Angelo Dinero.
Please, you can call me Pope. That's a personal thing, you see what I'm saying? So just consider yourself to be an elite member of the congregation, because I only let those close to me call me the Pope, okay?
All right, I appreciate it.
But what's good? What's going on? Hit the ropes. Let me tell you what's going on with me right now, just so we know, and you guys don't have to ask that question. Right now, I am up here in Louisville, Kentucky, and I just so happened to be at the place where it all began, and that's OVW. I came out to kind of scout a couple of talent, you know what I'm saying, because every now and then Pope may need a couple of cardinals / AKA disciples. You understand what I'm going with this? So Pope just kind of chilling up here right now, helping out if I can, giving advice where it's needed, and I'm chilling with two of the OVW originals right now, Smooth Johnny Spade and Vic the Bruiser, you know, so I got those guys in the vicinity of the Pope as well. But y'all go ahead and y'all take charge and tell me what's going on here. I heard y'all talking about the Pope looking for a name for his finisher. Am I correct?
That
is correct.
Well, here's the deal with that. Pope isn't necessarily looking for a name for his finisher, because who better to come up with the name than Pope himself? But what Pope has done is Pope has included his people, his congregation, his TEE elite members to come in and join in on this whole thing here, because as far as I'm concerned, the reason I am the Pope, the reason I am where I am at today is because of my congregation. So I feel they should have a part in providing suggestions, or one of them may indeed come up with the name. I got a name that I want to call it, but if I get something better from my fam, you know, the fam being the congregation, then I'll go ahead and I'll go with it as well. So I'm excited to be on the show today and to possibly get some more suggestions. I got a ton of people have been tweeting me suggestions. A ton of people have left suggestions on the ElijahExpress.com forum. So I'm very excited about it.
Well, you know, I've got already 3 suggestions from, you know, chat room.
Great. And I plan, by the way, I don't even know if they called it anything, and I don't know if it'll be referred to such this coming Thursday, but I plan on next Thursday unveiling the name of the former Elijah Express.
All right. Yeah. They just called it, he dropped his knee pads to expose the knee.
Oh, that was very original, huh?
All right, Pope. You know, we had you on a few weeks back, and you know, at that time you were hinting, you weren't quite telling where you were going to sign. You were still weighing in or weighing out where you were going to go. Why ultimately the decision to go with TNA?
Well, here's the deal. I didn't want to be screwed around. And by going to TNA, everybody knew I had double meetings. A lot of people knew I was in Jacksonville, and I met back with WWE. I just didn't. I don't want to be screwed around, and I didn't. You know, I wanted to take what was best, and I want both sides to be happy and or thrilled to come to terms, and that's what happened with TNA. I want to be someplace where Pope is wanted, and Pope can be used to the best of his abilities. And at this time, TNA was that shining star for me. So I'm riding on the edge of a lightning boat, Daddy. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going straight to the outer limits. By the way, we're going to change that name up too. So for the outer limits elbow drop. So good grief. Here we go.
All right. Let's just get these names out from our listeners. We've got from in the chat room, AJ, his username is AJ Maggot.
I hope that's a female.
We've got the Soul Saver from AJ. We've got Scott Beebe from Australia. He's coming in with the Bishop. We've got Kevin Canny called the Dinero Dominator, and old school.
I don't know if that'll sit too well with the boss or the God of Thunder, a.k.a. Bobby Lashley.
I got you.
Go ahead.
We've also got from Old School Championship Wrestling, Reginald Vanderhoff. He called in. He was on the show earlier. He said, "No hope from the Pope."
Oh, no hope from the Pope. That's a nice little slogan. I don't know if that's. I don't know if we can, fit. Oh my Lord, I'm sorry, guys.
A mouthful.
Yeah, that's a mouthful. Brother, I've gotten a lot though, which is good. That's what I want. I mean, I really want the fans' feedback because I want Pope to be a product, which Pope is, whether they know it or not. But I really want Pope to be a product of the people. I want Pope to be a product of the congregation. So that's why I really want the input. I've got a lot of things from excommunication to just the Express, which is what I probably would have went with. I've got the Pope's. I just got a lot of stuff. If you guys went to the site, you'll see half of it. And regardless of what happens or what I choose, I just really appreciate the fans' input on that. And I think I got one that's stuck in the top of my head, man, that I think is catchy and it's going to be cool and it's going to be acronyms, and I think it may work. So unless one of my peeps come forward with something that's better, next Thursday you'll be hearing the acronym describing Pope's finishing maneuver.
Okay. Now, you debuted with TNA at the Hard Justice pay-per-view in the Steel Asylum match.
Oh wow! Whoa! You guys are doing your research. Wow! Good grief! Pope debuted at Hard Justice. That's right, brother.
We went all the way back to 2 weeks ago. All right. Your thoughts on that match? It looks brutal. It was my favorite match on the card.
Well, it better have been. I was involved in it.
Of course.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, man, and this is Pope just being real and being honest. When Pope sat back and watched, TNA pay-per-views, what the heck was that? Are you burping on the air?
What?
Any one of you? Don't burp while Pope is talking. If you have a hard time breathing or breathing too loud, don't breathe. Pope's trying to make a statement here. Okay, so listen, man. I think Vic the Bruiser just farted. That's probably what it was. One of them old school OVW originals. Past my time, I tell you. But listen, man. When Pope sat back and watched TNA pay-per-views and saw that Steel Asylum, for some reason or another, I always thought that by it being so thick and orange, I always thought that it was almost plastic. I almost thought it was plastic, but boy, when I got down there and I got inside that Steel Asylum, I had no idea what I was getting into. And I got to tell you, man, that cage is harder than, it's brutal. It's harder than your regular steel cage. If you guys